Hello aspirants, welcome to Ethical Animal course. In this class, we are going to discuss about this topic, ethics and human interface, determinants, and we will discuss about this topic, that is role of family, society and educational institutions in inculcating values. These two are interconnected. So, we will discuss. So, ethics and human interface, determinants. So, let's go to the notes and we will discuss. See, this is the topic, determinants of ethics and role of family, society, and educational institutions in inculcating values. If so, first see the PYQs asked from this topic. In 2016, one question is asked, and in 2017, one question is asked, and in 2022, same question is repeated. Same question, statement by Abdul Kalam is asked. So these are the three questions asked from this topic in past 10 years. So if we see, let's see the PYQs. See, the question is, our attitudes towards life, work and other people and society are generally shaped unconsciously by the family and social surroundings in which we grow up. Some of these unconsciously acquired attitudes and values are often undesirable in the citizens of modern democratic and egalitarian society. So the question is, discuss such undesirable values prevalent in today's educated Indians. How can such undesirable attitudes be changed and socio-cultural values considered necessary in public service be cultivated in the aspiring and serving civil servants? So see, this question is majorly of attitudes. So I have provided model answer to this question in attitudes topic, right? So now let's see next question. We'll discuss these questions, how to write answers, what's the meaning of these questions towards the end of the video. Then, if a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are three key societal members who can make a difference. They are father, mother, and the teacher. APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay. Then, if a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, same question is repeated. So Abdul Kalam is saying ki father, mother, and teacher, they play a very important role in making a nation prosperous nation, a peaceful nation, right? So these are the questions. So now let's go to the topic. So topic is determinants of ethics. Ethics and human interface, determinants. So now let's understand what does determinants of ethics means. So determinants of ethics means, see, there is a person X, there is a person X, and there is a person Y, and X has certain ethics, certain values. So he has values of integrity. He or she has values of gender equality. He or she has values of secularism and treats all religions with respect. On the other hand, Y doesn't have value of integrity. He is corrupt. He involves in corruption, etc., etc. And he is patriarchal. And he is intolerant and treats his or her religion as superior. So these are the values X carries and these are the values Y carries. Now determinants of ethics means how these values, how they come. Like X ये values क्यों सीखा है, कहाँ से सीखा है, Y ये values कहाँ से सीखा. So these are determinants of ethics. What all the things which are determining our ethics. So our ethics are determined by our family values. Family values like things what our father, mother and siblings have been teaching throughout their life. They determine our ethics. अगर वो चीज इनको integrity सिखाया, but इनको गलत चीजें सिखाया. So they determine our ethics and our religion. Our religion also determine ethics. See, secular values सिखाया इनको religion से through और इनको intolerance सिखाया. If you see Sufism and ISIS, ठीक है, so they are influenced by different thoughts And on the other hand, our values are determined by our culture, our society, our school syllabus, etc. ठीक है, our friends, all these things. So these are the things which determine our values. अगर family values, religion values सब अच्छे सिखाया तो हमें अच्छे values आएंगे. अगर गलत चीज सिखाया तो we'll have wrong values. So it is determinants of values. So in this, under this topic we discuss कि what all are determinants of our ethics. कोई भी इंडिविजुअल हो, कोई भी सोसाइटी हो, कोई भी नेशन हो, तो उनका determinants of ethics. What determine ethics of that individual, ethics of that nation, and ethics of that society. So that is the determinants of ethics. So let's understand it. Determinants of ethics. So see. Determinants of ethics are sources from which an ethical standard arise. Our ethical standards arise. कहाँ से ethical standards arise हो रहा है? That is determinants of ethics. Our ethical standards arise from our family, our mother, the values our mother teach, the values our father teach, the values we learn from society, the values we learn from schools, the values we learn from our religion, etc., etc. So determinants are sources from which an ethical standard arises. Following are determinants which determines whether human action is good or bad, ethical or unethical, just or unjust. So following are determinants which determine ethical action is good or bad. ये कि इनसे वो होता है. See, determinants of ethics is, one is religion. We will discuss all these things comprehensively. Either we will discuss. So religion determines our ethics. Culture in which an individual born, that determines our ethics. Society in which an individual is born, that determines our ethics. And law of the land determines our ethics. Constitution of a country determines the country's ethics. Judiciary of a country determines ethics of the country. And on the other hand, family plays very important role in determining ethics. And teachers play very important role in determining our ethics. And role models like Virat Kohli, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, etc., they all determine our ethics. Then our human conscience and intuition, based on our knowledge, based on our aptitude, etc., they also determine our ethics. So in this class we will be discussing how all these things determine ethics. So first, religion. So let's see how religion determines ethics. Ethics of an individual, ethics of a society, or ethics of a country. So if we see, every religion in the world advocates ethical living and lays down some ethical principles or standards. Law of karma in Hinduism, charity and equality in Islam, golden rule in Christianity. Golden rule is like golden mean. So whatever is average, जो मध्यम मार्ग है, मध्यम मार्ग is golden rule of Christianity. So every religion teaches some form of ethics. ठीक है? And religion ethics, खराब ethics भी सिखाती है, positive ethics भी सिखाती है. So if you see Sufi saints or persons who are influenced by Sufism. On the other hand, ISIS, they are influenced by extremism of Islam. On the other hand, Sufi saints, they are influenced by rational Islam. So the ones who follow Sufi saints, they have religious tolerance. They live in harmony with other religions. On the other hand, look at ISIS. So you learn positive values from religion and negative values from religion. It depends on how religion is being taught. So it happens in every religion. In Hinduism also, there are extreme parts who consider other religion as threat and treats other religion as inferior. In Christianity also there is there. So every religion, they plays role in determining our ethics, ethics of society. अगर ISIS का ethics है, वो खराब ethics है, because they are influenced by wrong interpretation of religion. So religion plays a very important role in determining ethics. Ethics of individual, ethics of society, ethics of nation. Okay. And then next thing is culture. अब कल्चर क्या है? कल्चर इज see anything which is passing from one generation to another generation. That is culture. Culture is represented in our art forms. Culture is represented in our language. Culture is represented in our food habits. Culture is represented in our dressing habits, etc. So a culture passes from generation to generation. So the ethical principles of an individual are influenced by his or her culture. The culture in which he or she lives influence her or his culture. So for example, Western culture seems to be individualistic, while Indian culture is based on value of universalism. Such values are reflected in individuals coming from these societies. So universalism is internationalism, that is Vasudev Kutumbakam. Like entire universe is one thing, entire universe is one family. On the other hand, Western culture they gives importance to individual right, individual's privacy, individual protection, etc. Right? So caring and respecting elders is considered ethical in Indian culture. So culture helps in determining our ethics. So Indians they respect elders. On the other hand, if you go to US, elders are also called as Mr. X, Mr. Y. They don't use G or some respect word for elders. So there इतना एज के हिसाब से रेस्पेक्ट करेंगे ऐसा कुछ नहीं है उधर. ठीक है. So similarly, parts of culture are literature, scriptures can guide a person's conduct. Example is teaching of Vedic and Buddhist literature, etc. have been basis of ethical conduct in many societies or communities in India. So these religious scriptures, literature, etc. they are also part of culture. So every culture determines individual's ethics, the person who is living in that culture. Then आता है society. See, society के लिए we'll keep it aside for now because we'll discuss society role of family, society and educational institutions in inculcating values. So under this topic we will discuss about society, family and educational institutions. अभी determinants of ethics में society भी करती है. Let's wait till that. Right? So society also determine ethics. So then आता है laws. See, law of the land. See, laws क्या है? Laws are nothing but in first and second classes we have seen, laws are nothing but minimum ethical standards that a society places upon itself through legislature. Right? So that is law. So laws, like if a law is permitting something or if a law is restricting something, that is nothing but what? Law is dictating this is ethics you need to follow. This is ethics you need to avoid. That is right. So law often incorporates ethical standards. Law incorporates ethical standards. Example, POXO Act 2012, sexual abuse of children is restricted. It is said कि भाई ये unethical है. If you are abusing children sexually, that is unethical. So it put restriction on it, gave rights to children. However, ठीक है, so any law you say that is incorporating some form of ethical standards. See example, murder is a crime. ठीक है, because अगर किया तो वो unethical है, तो you will be punished. And rape again unethical thing, so protected by law. ठीक है. Then POXO Act, etc. So all the laws they put some ethical standards. However, laws at times can deviate from ethics. So sometimes they can deviate from ethics. जैसे sedition laws है, which is unethical. So sometimes, so इसीलिए सोसाइटी को लॉस को टाइम टू टाइम रिपील करके चेंज करके एज पर एथिक्स ऑफ सोसाइटी पे लाना जरूरी है. एंड क्रिमिनलाइजिंग होमोसेक्सुअलिटी, इट वाज ए लॉ earlier in India, but it was unethical because it is curbing the rights of individual. Right? So at times laws can deviate from ethics, but with time laws will also change as per the ethical standards of the society. Right? Then आता है next is constitution. So constitution varies of various countries also is a way to establish moral disposition of their society. Again, just like law, constitution is what? Constitution is basic law framework. Right? So every constitution tries to establish certain ethical standards. जैसे Indian constitution, fairness, justice, equality, non-discrimination, duty to protect environment, all the values given in Indian scientific temper, etc., are some ethical values provided in the Indian constitution. So every constitution will determine ethics of its country. On the other hand, judiciary also. So judiciary kya? From day to day, it passes judgments. Judgments are nothing but what? This is right, this is wrong, this is ethical, this is unethical. So judiciary also lays down ethical standards through various judgments. Example, in Sabarimala temple case, Supreme Court upheld right to equality and allowed women to enter the temple and worship the deity. So, women rights ko establish kiya. These ethical standards set up by the society, right? So, judiciary through its judgment, it establishes ethical standards a society must follow. Then आता है family. Again, we will talk about family in the next topic. Again, in teachers, role of teachers in inculcating values, we will talk in the next topic. Then आता है role models. See, role models can influence ethical values of individuals. Example, Lal Bahadur Shastri, simplicity, honesty, integrity, and compassionate behavior appeals to followers even today. So, role models, they also influence ethical standards. See, example, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, he is inculcating values of discipline, values of perseverance, values of courage. Like Messi, values of simplicity, humbleness. ठीक है, ये सब. So role models, even role models can be our fathers. Our mother can be our role models. Right? So role models also, they influence ethical values of society. So it is necessary to have correct role models. The role models who inculcate values of ethics and make society a better place to live. Okay. So then एक और इधर है, that is 10th, that is human conscience and intuition. Human conscience is what? Conscience is your inner voice. Human conscience is your inner voice. And intuition is also like whatever you are feeling is right, your basic instinct, बोलता है ना sixth sense. So that is sixth sense is nothing but intuition, human conscience. And we have separate chapter on human conscience. There we will be discussing everything related to conscience. Conscience क्या होता है, crisis of conscience क्या होता है, etc. etc. We will be discussing. So conscience is a person's moral sense of right and wrong viewed as acting as guides to one's behavior. So our conscience also determines our ethics. Right. So Gandhiji withdrew non-cooperation movement after the violence in Chaura Chauri incidents because his conscience or his intuition said non-violence is wrong. So he listened to his conscience and he stopped the non-cooperation movement. So similarly, intuition also plays important role in guiding one's behavior or one's ethics. Basically, intuition or conscience is also formed on our own values, our own knowledge, our own reasoning capacity, our own critical thinking capacity, etc. So ये अपना ethics को determine करने में बहुत important role play करती है, conscience and intuition. So these are determinants. So now let's discuss the question. Right? See, this is question asked in some Vision IAS test series. So the question, and we will discuss the answer also. So children are great imitators. So give them something great to imitate. Children are great imitators. Give them something great to imitate. In this context, discuss the importance of role models in inculcating values of children. In inculcating values of children. Right? So this is the question. Question बोल रहा है कि भाई children are great imitators. They imitate what they are seeing. So give them great to imitate. So make sure you ensure they imitate the great personalities like Gandhi, great personalities like Nelson Mandela, not personalities like someone who teaches bad values, जैसे drug abusers वगैरह, उनको वो नहीं करना है. ठीक है. So in this context, discuss importance of role models in inculcating values in children. Importance of role models in inculcating values in children. Right? So this question. So now let's see. अब इसका देखो. What mistake many aspirants do with respect to answer writing is, see, this is the context of the question, right? See, this is the statement examiner has given. What many aspirants they do is they don't address this part. they don't address this part. Simply they address importance of role models in inculcating values. Role models के बारे में ये वो सारे points लिखेंगे. But इसका भी 1 or 2 marks होता है. भाई see, examiner see जो भी paper set कर रहा है, why he is giving this? Instead of this, he can discuss the importance of role models in inculcating values in children. He can simply say it, right? That will also be a question. But why he is giving this? So if you are ignoring it, you will lose some marks. So you need to address this part also. So address this part in the introduction. Address this part in the introduction. So first 4-5 lines, 4-5 lines. So you need to address this part. 4-5-6 lines. So 5 to 6 lines. At least 10% of your answer or has to be explaining this line. So this will be your introduction in this type of questions. Then you will put a heading, importance of role models in inculcating values. Then you will address this question in 80 to 90% of the answer. So that is the way to write. If you are not addressing this part, अब examiner एक आधा number कम करेगा. He will reduce 1 mark. So if out of 10, if you write best answer, if you get 6 marks, if you don't address this part, you will be only getting 4.5 or 5 marks. So you need to address this part also. So अब address कैसे करना है? इसको simply इसको explain करना है. So what this statement is trying to say? This statement is trying to say that children they learn values from what they see surrounding them. So they learn values from parents, they learn values from their teachers, they learn values from their role models, etc. So hence it is necessary that we make good role models to them. We need to ensure that children follow right role models, because if they don't follow right role models, they end up imitating the wrong ones and thus learn the wrong values. Right? That is the thing you need to write. So itna 5-6 lines में you are explaining. इसका मतलब क्या है? By children are great imitators because they imitate what they see. And so give them something great to imitate. Don't give them bad. Give something great. Give lessons of Gandhi. Give lessons of Bhagat Singh. Give lessons of Abdul Kalam. So that they learn good values of integrity, good values of honesty, good values of impartiality, etc. In this context, discuss importance of role models in inculcating values in children. So then you discuss this part, right? So here, like look at the question. So children are born without social knowledge or social skills, and they eagerly look for someone to imitate. So parents are children's first teachers and role models, and usually children are more affected by their parents, what their parents do, than by what their parents say. So parents also, it is necessary that they need to do what they preach, because children imitate what you are doing. So they learn how to behave by seeing how their mothers and fathers behave by following their examples. So here I try to restrict it with to parents, but you can also introduction ऐसा कोई limit नहीं है ना. You can write separate introduction. But earlier what I have discussed, that is also addressing the question, and this is also addressing the question, right? So earlier जो भी discuss किया वो better है, right? You can say कि children imitate, so it is necessary that they imitate great individuals like Abdul Kalam, Gandhi, etc. Right? Rather than so right influences से वो होना है. Then children look up to their parents, relatives, teachers, coaches, peers, or famous personality as role models. See, and one more thing students they do in this question is role models में they only consider celebrities as role models. See, celebrities are not the only role models. Your biggest role models will be your parents, your friends, your family members, your personality. So to get good marks, you need to broaden your understanding. So importance of role models. So role models are parents, role models are relatives, role models are teachers, role models are coaches, role models are peers and famous personality as role models. Then importance of role models in inculcating values. So you put heading, then write how role models inculcate values. So see, parents inculcate values. Parents reward children for adherence to certain rules and penalize them for their violation, thereby imbibing positive values such as honesty and discipline in them. So, imbibing positive values such as honesty and discipline in them. So, parents reward children for adherence to certain rules and penalize them for their violation. So by penalizing, see, children kuch galat kiya, so children parents will punish them. So by punishing, they are teaching this is not right thing to do. By appreciating, children मान ले कुछ अच्छा किया, he helped poor people, then parents will appreciate. So that will inculcate a value of compassion, value of selflessness among the children, right? So parents help in development of basic components of conscience, the ability to distinguish between right and wrong, and the capability to be empathetic. So they teach, right? And teachers help children to understand character traits and values. They also model desirable character traits in the students, both in the school setting and in larger society. See, while teachers, role of teachers and parents में we'll discuss extensively how they play important role in inculcating values. और वो पढ़ने के बाद आपको और अच्छा कंटेंट मिल जाएगा. So don't worry, this is just like model answer जो विजन में दिया हुआ उनका थोड़ा मॉडल आंसर से मैंने बनाया. ठीक है, once you read our content, so you will have enough points to write good answers in this question. Then children may try to copy the and behavior and appearance of celebrities such as athletes, entertainers, characters from movies, TV shows, books, etc. So they can be role models. So children can learn discipline from Virat Kohli. So they are learning values from role models. Role models ये नहीं कि सिर्फ personalities, from characters of movies and TV shows and books, उनसे भी वो लोग सीखते हैं. ठीक है. So these role models help to build appropriate ways of behaving towards friends, peers, elders, poor, etc. So that is three. Then as children try to follow their role models, it is extreme importance that they are provided with correct role models who can help inculcate in them good values such as empathy, warmth, respect, integrity, honesty, etc. and make them a better person for making the world a better place. Parents and caregivers must intervene by emphasizing that role models who embrace inappropriate behavior, violence, racism, sexism, drug abuse are not acceptable. So, as a parents, it is our responsibility because children are great imitators, right? They imitate what they are provided. So, it is our duty अब उनका रोल मॉडल से ये सब जो फॉलो करता है वो ना हो. ठीक है. सो ये सब फॉलो करता है वो ना हो, तो इट इज ये रोल मॉडल्स ना हो. And their role models are correct role models which teach them values these integrity, honesty, empathy, warmth, respect, integrity, etc. So that is the question, right? So that's how you need to address. So in this question, what you need to remember is you need to address this part also. You need to explain what is this statement, and then you will need to address the main question asked in with 3 to 4 points with examples. So once we see the content, role of parents, teachers, etc., you will get enough content to write good points to these questions, right? So now let's see. So see, this is question, so this is homework for you. So try to write answer to this question. See, question is discuss how social, cultural and religious factors act as determinants of ethics. So इसका थोड़ा model answer type discuss कर लेते हैं. See, introduction. So in 3-4 lines you explain what is determinants of ethics. Okay. Then you discuss how social factors as determinants of ethics. ठीक है. Heading लगाया. Then explain 1, 2, 3 points. Then discuss, put a heading how cultural factors act as determinants of ethics. Then write 1, 2, 3, 4 points, 4 arguments in favor. Then put heading as religious factors as determinants of ethics. So write 1, 2, 3 points. Then write conclusion. Right? So that's how. So 3 चीजें सबको separately deal करो, because then you will be addressing each part of the question. हमने discuss किया भाई society का discuss करेंगे, social factors. Cultural, we have already discussed how Western culture determines values of individuals, determines ethics of those societies, how Indian culture determines ethics of Indian culture. Then religious factors, we discussed religion preaches values of equality, etc. And on the other hand, if religion preaches extremism, then it will lead to creation of ISIS type of things. So religion, they also, all these things play very important role. ठीक है, कंक्लूजन में यू कैन से कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है, इसीलिए सोसाइटी नीड टू चेंज एज पर द टाइम एंड सोसाइटी नीड टू अडॉप्ट गुड थिंग्स, कल्चर नीड टू अडॉप्ट गुड थिंग्स फ्रॉम अदर कल्चर्स एंड रिलीजियंस आल्सो नीड टू अडॉप्ट गुड थिंग्स फ्रॉम अदर रिलीजियंस एंड दे हैव टू मूव टुवर्ड्स establishing good ethical standards which are rational and logical in the society, so that to make society a more peaceful place. That can be your conclusion. So like this, see, अगर जहां भी ऐसा तीन चीजें दिया हुआ है, try to deal with them separately, so you will make examiner's life easier. So जो भी पेपर इवेल्युएटर का लाइफ इजी करता है उसको अच्छे नंबर मिलते हैं. क्वेश्चंस में आंसर राइटिंग में there are three things you need to remember. First is whether you need to address what is asked in the question. Address what is asked in the question. क्वेश्चन जो पूछा है उसको एड्रेस करना है, ये नहीं कि जो आपको आता है या टॉपिक रिलेटेड कुछ बातें कर लिया. नो, exactly what is asked in the question, you need to address it. Then you need to address all parts of the question. Address all parts of the question. If these two things you are able to do, you will get above average marks. बाकी सब कंटेंट पॉइंट्स कितना इफेक्टिव है, ये वो है, वो सब अलग चीज है. That depends on your content, your knowledge, etc., your presentation, etc. But these two basic things, the time you are able to do these two basic things right, you will be getting average or above average marks. ठीक है, फिर बाकी कंटेंट, अच्छा पॉइंट्स, अच्छा एग्जांपल्स वगैरह से you will get good marks, best marks. So these two are most important, right? So this is the question. Now let's discuss the next topic, that is role of family, society and educational institutions in inculcating values. So see, this is the topic. See, role of family, society and educational institutions in inculcating values. Role of family. So now let's see. See, first thing is role of family in inculcating values. Role of family in inculcating values. So now what is family? See, no need to read it, I just provided थोड़ा बेसिक समझाता है कि no need to remember family क्या होता है, ये वो इतना लिखने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. So just family is a social institution with the bond of common belief. See, every family, they will have some common beliefs, they have some common religion, they have some common customs, they have some common culture, they have common language and common way of life. So is a social institution. Family is a social institution created by society as an institution with the bond of common belief, common religion, common custom, common culture, common way of life. It carries on the heritage and traditions as legacies from earlier generation to the next generation. This is the main function of family. So family it passes culture, society's culture, traditions, etc. from one generation to other generations. ठीक है, दैट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ फैमिली. इतना हमें सब पता है फैमिली क्या है, फैमिली क्या करती है, ये वो. ठीक है, देन इफ यू सी फ्रॉम फैमिली एज ए रोल ऑफ इनकलकेटिंग वैल्यूज, सो एक बच्चा पैदा हुआ, सो फर्स्ट एक्सपोजर टू द चाइल्ड इज फैमिली. सो वॉट एवर फैमिली टीचर्स, ही लर्न दोज वैल्यूज, राइट? सो फैमिली इज द first school of value learning for children. First school, first your parents teach you values, your father, your mother, your siblings, etc. they teach. So family is first school of value learning for children, first place of socialization, first place of informal way of learning or socialization, first play of socialization, first play of informal way of learning or socialization. So family is first place, first school of value learning for children. Then role models for children. See, parents and family members are role models for children and they often imitate the actions and behavior of them. If family treats women equally and respect them, children also likely to do the same in future. अगर फैमिली में गलत चीजें सिखाया, कास्टिस्ट रिमार्क्स, ठीक है, एंड पेट्रियार्कल एटीट्यूड दिखाया, बच्चे वही सीखेंगे. So that's why family plays very very important role in inculcating values. इसीलिए एथिक्स में ये अलग से मेंशन किया, रोल ऑफ फैमिली इन इनकलकेटिंग वैल्यूज। इसीलिए ये नेसेसरी है कि फैमिली टीचर्स राइट वैल्यूज टू द चिल्ड्रन right from the beginning, right from the childhood, because the values children learn in the childhood, they carry throughout their life. So इसीलिए family needs to inculcate right values. ठीक है? So if we see mother, so mother is first teacher of any child. Mother is first teacher of any child, right? Strong emotional attachment with mother makes a child more confident and innovative in later life. So values of respect for women, gender equality, tolerance, care, conservation, etc. develops under the influence of mother, which is important to deal with the issues like patriarchy, peace and harmony in society, sustainability, etc. Right? See, Gandhiji once said that he learned the technique of satyagraha and fasting from his mother. technique of satyagraha and fasting from his mother. So see, if you see पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज भी सीख सकता है मदर से और नेगेटिव वैल्यूज भी सीख सकता है. सी इसका एग्जैक्ट ऑपोजिट, रेस्पेक्टिंग वुमेन, लाइक मिसट्रीटिंग, पेट्रियार्कियल एटीट्यूड. सी मदर शी आल्सो स्प्रेड्स पेट्रियार्कियल एटीट्यूड. ठीक है, बच्चों को ये बोलेगी कि लड़की है ये काम करेगी, लड़का है ये काम करेगा. सो मदर्स दे आल्सो टीच पेट्रियार्कियल एटीट्यूड. जेंडर इक्वालिटी पेट्रियार्की सिखाएंगे. टॉलरेंस, अगेन if mother teaches religious values, right religious values based on logic, so child will be like that also tolerant. On the other hand, if parents teaches religious extremism, our religion is best, other religions are bad, they are extremist, etc, etc, so parents also develop, so students, children also develop these things. So ये नहीं कि सिर्फ पॉजिटिव चीजें सिखाएंगे, नेगेटिव चीजें. भाई चोर को भी पेरेंट्स वो करते और अच्छा एथिकल आदमी को भी पेरेंट्स क्रिएट करता है. सो इट गोज बोथ वेज, राइट. सो केयर एंड कंजर्वेशन और इसका एग्जैक्ट ऑपोजिट ऑल्सो पेरेंट्स कैन टीच, राइट. सो दैट इज द थिंग. इफ Gandhiji once said he learned technique of satyagraha and fasting from his mother. So this is positive example. और negative examples भी हो सकता है. There are parents who teach values of domestic violence, who teach values of mistreating women, who teach casteism, communalism, etc. to their children. So it happens both ways, right? Similarly, it's with father also. Father is role model for most of the children. So qualities of leadership, responsibility, discipline, etc. are developed under the influence of father. So these are positive things. And on the other hand, father can also teach negative values. Negative values like by दारू पी के domestic violence. Domestic violence. If father is involved in domestic violence, child will see those things and he also end up treating women badly. So it is our parents who teaches us our values, right? So negative values, again casteism, again communalism, again all these things father can teach children. और पॉजिटिव चीजें भी सिखा सकता है, डिसिप्लिन भी सिखा सकता है, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, लीडरशिप भी सिखा सकता है. देन आता है सिबलिंग्स, दैट इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ सिबलिंग्स एंड देयर बिहेवियर आल्सो शेप द character of a child. Presence of siblings and their behavior also shape the character of a child. Higher amount of siblings may lead to sibling rivalry. ठीक है, presence of siblings lead to siblings rivalry and jealousy, but also provide positive types of complementary exchanges such as helping, caregiving interactions, etc. See, if you see Kauravas and Pandavas. Look at the sibling rivalry, jealousy. So Kauravas mein this is there, and between Kauravas and Pandavas there is rivalry, right? See, on the other hand, see, if you are following Game of Thrones, there is Starks, and look at the relations between Starks the siblings, and there is Lannister sibling ka relations. So Starks, they have very good values, very good relations between siblings. On the other hand, Lannisters, they fight among themselves, right? So It is the thing. So siblings, they also, if they Starks, they teach value of cooperation, value of love, value of supporting each other, value of protecting each other. On the other hand, Lannisters, they are involved in sibling rivalry. If you see Tyrion Lannister and Cersei Lannister, they are always at each other's throat. So again, in Kauravas and Pandavas, see, look at the jealousy, look at the competition between them, look at the how it destroys both the families, right? So that is family. Then social status or economic conditions of a family also influence the character building. Those born in affluence may become extravagant or proud of their stature, right? So social status or economic conditions of a family also influences the character building. So virtues such as sharing, compassion, empathy, trustworthiness, etc. develop when there is environment of love and care in the family. So compassion, empathy, they develop. So this is the things family plays. So family can teach positive values also, negative values also. And family is most important in inculcating values because we spend most of our childhood with our family members. And in childhood, we learn the values the most. Okay. So now आता है negative and positive. Negative and positive. So family, so if family can teach patriarchal attitude to the children, patriarchal value, or it can teach gender equality also. See the family where boys are preferred over girls. So that is patriarchy. If boys are preferred over girls, then child also learn same things. Then gender division of household work. Division of household work based on gender. Women are confined to domestic and child rearing activities while men are deemed as financial providers and protectors. So अगर इस attitude develop किया तो children भी वो सीखेगा. Household chores of children are also based on gender, right? Then if these things child he is seeing from day to day from childhood, so he also inculcate these values. Parents often indulge in discriminatory behavior under the guise of protection. जैसे girls are told not to go out beyond certain hours, not to wear certain types of clothes. Then preferential treatment of boys over girls, right? This in food, women eat at the end. In education, especially access to higher education, भाई लड़कियों को पढ़ाएंगे नहीं. They will say कि शादी करके दूसरे घर जाना है, पढ़ाने की क्या जरूरत है, लड़के को पढ़ाते हैं. So that is patriarchal attitude. If a child is grown in an environment of patriarchal attitude, he also end up believing in them and practicing them. So that's why it is important to overcome this patriarchal attitude and practice gender equality, that is respect between wife and husband. If a child sees there is respect and very good relation between mother and father, then he also practice the same thing. Then sharing responsibilities and helping each other. No discrimination of children on the basis of gender. Equal opportunities to both male and female children. Participation of children in decision making involving children in household chores, etc. So it will lead to children also learning all these things. Children also learn all these things, right? Then I will involve in gender equality, right? So learn and they also practice respect towards other gender, right? On the other hand, see, at casteism and communalism, oppose intercaste marriage, interreligious marriages, differentiate people on the basis of caste, religion, economic status, race, etc. Then ethnocentric view is our caste people are better, our religion is better, our region is better, etc. If that is ethnocentric view. So casteism and communalism, ethnocentric view, all these things, if you practice, your children also end up learning those things. It will lead to problem in the society. So doesn't allow children to think freely, doesn't respect children choices with respect to marriages, careers, opinions, etc. See, if we see Indian families, majority of Indian families are coming under negative things. Like majority of Indian families are patriarchal, majority of Indian families are casteist and communal. End up teaching children द सेम थिंग्स. सो चिल्ड्रन को शादी करना है, अलो नहीं करेंगे. करियर है, यही करना है, हाई स्टेटस वाला करियर चूज करने में फोर्स करेंगे. ओपिनियन से उनका ओपिनियंस तुम्हारे ऊपर ढोक देंगे. सो इट्स सैड रियलिटी. सो in place of this, we need to go to right values of humanism, internationalism, no discrimination or prejudice against any caste, religion, or race. Allow intercaste or interreligious marriages of children. Respect multiculturalism. Treat children as friends. Respect their opinions and choices with respect to marriage, education, and career. So it would lead to child inculcating good values and practicing good values in the society, thus making a society a better place. Then, in political orientation, also, political orientation of a person is formed due to family values, like top down indoctrination of political ideas. So, politics based on caste, religion, ideology are taught to children. So, child raised in a family that values liberty, freedom, etc., is more likely to have faith in democracy, rule of law, human rights. Okay. So, political orientation of a person is formed due to family values. So, again, अगर negative family है, family is not encouraging children to have their own opinions. ठीक है, वो क्या करेंगे, political values बच्चों को यही सही है, यही गलत है, ये करके they try to rub their own values into children's mind. So that is not good thing. Let the child thinks what is right to them, what he feels is right. ठीक है. So top down inculcation based on caste, religion, ideology are taught to children. On the other hand, in a family with positivity, with positive values, child is raised in a family that values liberty, freedom, etc. And more likely they have faith in democracy, rule of law, human rights. So family values also influence in making lifestyle decisions. So a child born in a vegetarian family is more likely to develop a vegetarian food. So family values, like what you wear, all the lifestyle decisions, what you eat, how you practice religion, how you wear clothes, what kind of clothes you wear. So your lifestyle, family values influence your lifestyle decisions. So those who are raised in family having strong values are less likely to be victims of deviant influences. So family having good values, they don't get influenced by wrong things. A person cannot be brainwashed to become a terrorist if he is raised in a family that values kindness and mercy for all. So cannot be brainwashed to become a terrorist if he is raised in a family that treats values of kindness and mercy, etc. So that's why it is important that families focus on inculcating right values among the children, right at the childhood, right? So this is the thing. So role of family in inculcating values. Parents, father, they can inculcate positive and negative values also. So in questions, if they ask, you need to use this content. So read it and revise it on regular basis and use the content in questions. अगर एक बार basic strong है, ठीक है, whatever type of questions they ask, you can easily solve them. Then the next topic, that is role of educational institutions in inculcating values. Role of family, role of education institutions in inculcating values. See, role of family हो गया, then role of educational institutions, then society we will deal. So role of education institutions in inculcating values. So education institutions, see, education institutions are first formal agent of socialization. First formal agent of socialization. See, socialization is what? Socialization is a person's interaction with other members of the society. So you socialize with your family members, you socialize with your friends, you socialize with your peers, you socialize with your teachers, etc. So a family, see, if a child, so 0 to 4 years, he will be with his family, right? And after that, he will be going to school. So family is informal socialization because there is no formal relations in a family. This is informal. On the other hand, it is first school is, or educational institutions is first formal agent of socialization. There is formal relations. Formal relation between a student and a teacher, between student and a principal, between student and other students also. Okay. So educational institution, syllabus, extracurricular activities, teachers, and fellow students, etc. inculcate values. So जो syllabus है, extracurricular activities, teachers and fellow students, they all play role in inculcating values. They can inculcate right values, also they can inculcate wrong values also. Okay. Then educational institutions serve as a bridge between individual and society. They help students in development of their personality, development of their character, pursuit of knowledge, preservation of culture, etc. See, education institutions, they help students in development of their personality and character, right? In pursuit of knowledge. So you will, through syllabus and through other things, through friends also, you will learn different things. That is pursuit of knowledge. And there is preservation of culture, etc. So preservation of culture. So through cultural activities, you learn about culture, you learn about different people, you learn about different people's culture. So educational institutions help in preservation of culture also. Then school curriculum and examination pattern play a crucial role in development of scientific temper, attitude of hard work and professionalism. So school curriculum and examination pattern play crucial role in scientific temper, development of scientific temper, attitude of hard work and professionalism. So school curriculum and examination pattern. See, examination pattern hai, see, you learn attitude of hard work. You will learn how to be disciplined so that your work is finished, your targets are finished. Then professionalism, like discipline, what to do, how to manage your time, how to manage your other activities and your school activities, etc. Then environment of school, where children are not judged on the basis of caste, religion or sex, helps in imparting qualities of equality, brotherhood and rationality. So school ka environment, see, if the school's environment is positive, where students are not discriminated on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, on the basis of their economic status, it will teach positive values. On the other hand, if school focuses on negative, if we have seen news where teacher is discriminating a student on the basis of caste, okay, it is unfortunate event, but it is happening that lower caste students are discriminated in schools, not just by students but also by teachers also. So that will inculcate negative values in the society. So schools can play positive role also, negative role also. But overall, schools may jada people from different backgrounds will come, people from different castes will come and they participate. It will inculcate value of religious harmony, value of caste based harmony in the society, right? Teachers play important role in making child aware of what is wrong and what is right through correcting wrong habits and rewarding right ones. See, example, you mistreated some other student, you bullied some student. So if teacher punishes you, then you think it is wrong, so I shouldn't repeat it. If you perform something good, if you help a accident victim, then teacher will praise you. So that is right. So you will keep on practicing it. So teachers play a very important role also in inculcating values. They punish wrong habits, they punish wrong ethical practices you do, and they will reward you for ethical practices. So by doing that, they will inculcate right values into you. Then teachers act as role models and influence the children through their own behavior. Example, Anand Kumar of Super 30. Okay. Then teacher increases the horizon of thinking and learning of child. Example, Henry Derozio in the 19th century Bengal. Again, very important example. So look how teachers, they are playing very important role in nation building. How they are teaching right values. See, Bhagat Singh, he was heavily influenced by his teachers, and Abdul Kalam, heavily influenced by his teachers, right? So Henry Derozio is a very good example. You see, if there is a question on this topic, you must give this example. See, these are the examples which make your answer stand out from other answers, right? Then extracurricular activities like sports, drama, dance, NCC inculcate cooperative spirit, trust, responsibility, teamwork, respect for opponents, living by rules, etc. So extracurricular activities like sports, etc., they also play a very important role in inculcating these values. In inculcating these values. Then educational institutions also help a child interact with other children of different age groups at in a controlled environment. This helps child in socializing, making friends, understanding behaviors of others, and getting sensitized towards diverse groups and issues, which eventually help in building the character of child. So educational institutions, child interact with other children of different age groups and different environments, say controlling environment helps in socializing, making friends, understanding behaviors, etc. They all help in character building of a child. So this is role of educational institutions. They can teach positive values also, they can teach negative values also, but largely all educational institutions, they try to focus on teaching values of scientific temper, values of fraternity, because people from different backgrounds will be studying. So they teach values of fraternity, they teach values of cooperation, they teach importance of values of trust, teamwork, they teach values of secularism, because people from different religions, they will be in school, they try to understand each other persons. See, your friend is from different religion, you have positive attitude towards that religion also, you understand that there is no fundamental difference, every individual is same, right? So all these things. On the other hand, schools can teach negative values also, right? Caste based discrimination, money, power, etc. All these things, bullying, okay, gender discrimination happens at schools, right? So this is the thing. So role of educational institutions. So now let's understand this question. This is question asked in Vision IAS test, right? So educational institutions play significant role in instilling ethical values among students. In this context, state the importance of promoting extracurricular activities in educational institutions. So again, so you need to address this part. So this part needs to be addressed in 4, 5, 6 lines. You need to explain how educational institutions play significant roles in instilling ethical values amongst children. Educational institutions are place of socialization. It is first informal agent of socialization where children interact with other students. Children learn from syllabus. Children learn from teachers different values, values of scientific temper, values of gender equality, values of non-discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, etc. So educational institutions play a very important role through extracurricular activities. Also, so here I write education serve as a bridge between individual and society. They help student in development of personality and character, pursuit of knowledge, and preservation of culture, etc. So education institutions, they play very important role in inculcating values. So you will write introduction in 5, 6 lines. Then you explain this statement. Then in this context, state importance of promoting extracurricular activities in educational institutions. Then you importance of promoting extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities are the activities one participates outside the regular classroom environment. It includes debates, sports, drama, NCC, dancing, painting, etc. So all these things, they play a very important role in importance of promoting educational institutions. So you can write points. कैसे कैसे important activities क्या क्या value सिखाती है. Improved academic performance. If you so importance of promoting extracurricular activities इसीलिए important है because promoting extracurricular activities also promotes your academic performance because they learn better time management to accommodate extracurricular activities, their hobbies and classroom activities. It boosts self-esteem. Once your self-esteem is boosted, it will improve your academic performance. It will better organizational skills. You will try to organize your time better. You will learn many things. So it will boost your academic performance. Then learning useful skills like teamwork, critical thinking, if you are involved in debates, etc. Better social skills, how to talk to someone, how to communicate your ideas clearly, etc. And spirit of healthy competition, etc. will be developed. All these skills will be developed by promoting extracurricular activities. Then sense of commitment and responsibility. Students who participate in extracurricular activities have sense of commitment to the activities they are involved, such as sports, club activity, etc. Leadership roles in these activities teach them a sense of responsibility. Then it helps in expanding your friendship networks. Pursuing extracurricular activities helps students meet new people and forge new friendships. This also provides an early exposure to diversity, right? So while extracurricular activities are sometimes overlooked in education system with greater emphasis on formal academic curriculum, it is important to note that extracurricular activities are practical experiences received by students. So these are practical experiences received by students, right? So this is the question, right? Educational institutions, right? So you will write brief introduction. In the introduction you can directly explain the statement. Then with heading, write 4 5 points where how extracurricular activities can help in various aspects. It helps in promoting leadership roles. It helps in development of social skills, communication skills, etc. Then conclude on the lines. Conclusion. That's how we need to write the answers. Right. Then coming to last topic, that is role of society in inculcating values. Role of society in inculcating values. Now, the various units of society. See, society is what? Society is collection of individuals. Collection of individuals. So, in society, what all things play role in inculcation of values? Society have religion. Society has culture. Society has history. Society has its own values. Society has traditions. Society has different ways of clothing. Okay? Different ways of clothing, different food habits. Okay? Society has family. Society has neighbors. Society has role models, distinguished members of society. So all these things they play role in inculcating of values. That is what we are discussing here. Okay. So various units of society impart values to children as a important part of socialization to prepare them for life ahead. Various units of society are family, school, neighbors, distinguished members, religion, culture, traditions, all the things we have discussed, these are various units of society. So, if they ask role of society in inculcating values, we need to discuss all these things. How family plays important role. Family is part of society. Educational institutions part of society. Neighbors part of society. Distinguished members part of society. Religion part of society. Cultures, etc. All are part of societies. So you will explain all the things we have already discussed. How they play role in inculcating values. If you see Indian society and Western societies. How Indian society inculcating values among Indians and Western societies inculcating values among Western society members. So the society plays very important role in inculcating values. So we need to explain. So Western society, individualism, privacy is valued, rights of individuals are valued. There is no social status based respect. ठीक है, आप आइए सो रेस्पेक्ट मिलेगा, आप ये है रेस्पेक्ट मिलेगा. देयर इज अदर वेज ऑफ रेस्पेक्ट. एवरीवन इज ट्रीटेड इक्वली देयर. देयर इज जेंडर इक्वालिटी. ठीक है, देयर इज फ्रीडम. ऑन द अदर हैंड इफ यू सी इंडियन सोसाइटी, कास्ट बेस्ड सोसाइटी, रिलीजन बेस्ड सोसाइटी, पेट्रियार्कल एटीट्यूड इज लार्जली सीन. ठीक है, ऑन द अदर हैंड पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज आर वसुदेव कुटुंबकम, अतिथि देवो भव, सेक्युलर सोसाइटी, राइट, etc. All these things. So these are the values and how family, etc. So you can explain. We have already discussed. See, family is first school and parents are first teachers. inculcate moral values to children. Family provides values of emotional intelligence, empathy, love, caring, selflessness to children. In school, a child learns cooperation and sportsmanship, accepts differences and becomes adaptive after communicating with friends and teachers. A cooperative neighborhood teaches a child the importance of helping and supporting each other in times of need. Right? In harmonious and multicultural society, a child learns the significance of values of fraternity, respecting other religious beliefs and cultural practices and tolerance, etc. A child learns values of integrity, honesty, compassion, etc. from distinguished members of society. For example, Abdul Kalam taught humility, selflessness. So these are things we have already discussed. How various parts of society they play a very important role in inculcating values. So they can also society can also teach positive values and negative values. अगर भाई पेट्रियार्की भी सिखा रही है तो सोसाइटी से तो सीख रहे हैं हम लोग, राइट? अगर जेंडर इक्वालिटी भी सीख रहा है तो सोसाइटी से सीख रहा है. How to treat women and caste based etc, all positive and negative things we learn from different agents of society. All the agents of society you can discuss when the question is asked. So that is it for the class. So we have discussed. So now let's discuss the questions. See, let's discuss the questions. See, these are the questions. I'll just give you brief understanding of the question and how you can structure the answers, because see this question you can find model answer of this question in attitudes topic, right? In this question attitudes topic you can get model answer, and while discussing attitude I will discuss each and every point of this. But now let's see this question. See, our attitudes towards life, work, other people and society are generally shaped unconsciously by the family and social surroundings in which we grow up. See, he is saying family and social surroundings we grow up define our attitude towards life, work, other people and society. Some of these unconsciously acquired attitudes and values are often undesirable in the citizens of modern democratic and egalitarian society. कई बार जो वैल्यूज जो हम अनकॉन्शियसली सीखते हैं वो अनडिजायरेबल है, दोज वैल्यूज एंड एटीट्यूड्स. ठीक है, वो बोल रहा है देन डिस्कस सच अनडिजायरेबल वैल्यूज प्रिविलेज इन टुडेस एजुकेटेड इंडियंस. टुडेस एजुकेटेड इंडियंस में जो दो व्हाट आर दोज अनडिजायरेबल वैल्यूज, राइट? देन discuss how can such undesirable attitudes be changed and socio-ethical values considered necessary in public service be cultivated in aspiring and serving civil servants. See, again, this is one part, this is second part, and this is third part. And these two are main questions because they are explicitly asked. So this one, so in introduction, in 4 or 5 lines, you will briefly explain this part. Then you put heading of this part and then you will write 6-7 points. Then you will put heading and then you will address. So if this is the page, so this question has to be written in 2 pages, right? 2 sides. So first 4-5 lines will be your introduction. Explaining this entire statement. See, what is this saying? So this is saying, this statement is just saying our values, our morals, etc. are influenced by our family and society, and most of the times we are also learning undesirable values and attitudes from the society based on the undesirable persons, undesirable attitudes we are following. Okay, so then you will put heading, that is part A. Part A will find the heading undesirable values prevalent in today's educated Indians. Okay, undesirable values prevalent in today's educated Indians. Educated Indians में क्या क्या values prevalent है? You will write 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and you will write points such a way that they are 1 or 2 lines. 1 or 2 lines, because you have to develop a habit of writing more ideas in less number of words. So undesirable values, see example, caste based discrimination. Educated Indians में भी caste based discrimination है, and not following law, This is happening. Educated Indians, maybe it is there, right? And religious intolerance. Educated Indians maybe ये है आजकल. And gender based discrimination है. And practices of dowry, etc., are seen in educated Indians also. They are taking dowry, right? And there are many things. See, one of the things is apathy towards corruption, etc., is there towards education. Not following laws. See, they are not following traffic rules. Educated Indians. They are not following taxation laws. Tax बढ़ नहीं रहा है. Loopholes in the laws, etc. So these are undesirable values and attitudes seen in educated Indians. So now, after writing 5-6 points, then you will write the B part. That is, how can such undesirable attitudes be changed and socio-ethical values considered necessary in public values? So you need to address socio-ethical values considered necessary in public service. So socio-cultural values necessary are tolerance, ठीक है, impartiality, fraternity, ठीक है, integrity, etc. Respect towards all religions, respect towards women, etc. All these are values desired among civil servants. So how can these be inculcated? They can be inculcated through, again, 1, 2, 3, 4 points you will write, followed by conclusion. Conclusion you can write. So how they can be inculcated? They can be inculcated through value-based education. Value-based education. They can be inculcated to democratic parenting practices. Democratic parenting practices and parents teaching right values to children. And they can be inculcated among civil servants through proper training. Training must include sensitivity training, like sensitivity towards gender, sensitivity towards caste, sensitivity towards religion. And training must involve case studies based training, field work training. And again, fourth point, they can be inculcated, right values can be inculcated through ethical literacy development by reading works of good civil servants who followed these values in their work, like following APJ Abdul Kalam, following Mahatma Gandhi, and read about good leaders. So that all these things can inculcate right values among aspiring civil servants. That's why ethics paper is there. Ethics paper is there. What? Aspiring civil servants में right values inculcate करने के लिए, right socio-cultural values inculcate करने के लिए. Okay, so that's how you will write answers, right? So ये model answer भी check कर लो notes पे. Then this is the next question. So that is, if a country is to be corruption free and become beautiful, there are 3 societal actors which can occur. So again, let's check this. Okay, so let's discuss this question. See, if a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel that there are 3 key societal members make difference: father, mother, and teacher. So first, introduction way, you will explain what this statement means. See, in this statement, Abdul Kalam is stressing on importance of family and school in inculcating right values of the children. To fight social evils, okay, these 3 members of society plays very important role to make a country prosperous country, to make a country live in social harmony. These 3 members of society play very important role. So you will explain this. Then you will put heading how father can play important role. Then you will write 2-3 points. 2-3 points. Then you will write mother. Write specific points like how mother can play important role in making a country corruption free, which is basically how mother can play important role in inculcating right values, right? Even okay, then teacher, then write 2 3 points explaining. So we have discussed, see how father can teach values of honesty, values of discipline to a children. So he can use those values in serving the nation, in making a country corruption free. Example, see Gandhi. Gandhi learned his values from his father. His father is a honest divan. So he learned values of honesty from his father. Then mother say you can learn values of integrity, values of social harmony, values of respecting other genders, etc. How you can see, again you can give examples of how Gandhi learned value of satyagraha from his mother, right? Then example, teachers you must mention Henry Derozio. How, again Satish Dhawan, how he taught the value of taking responsibility in failure to his subordinates like Abdul Kalam वगैरह को. Then Henry Derozio, how he, nation of beautiful minds, how he created students who believed in values of liberty, equality, fraternity, how they fought against British rule, right? So teachers, they play a very important role in teaching values of scientific temper, in teaching values of ethics, etc. Then you will conclude. So it is important that since our schools and our parents play a very important role in inculcating values, so our education has to be based on value based education. And our parenting styles needs to change. Parenting has to be democratic parenting, not the dictatorial parenting where parents are teaching children this is right, this is the only way, this is what you must do. Rather, they have to give freedom to teach their children. They must develop a value of respecting their children, respecting their views, etc. So that's how. See, whenever there is three things, try to answer them separately. Father, how they play? 2 3 points with examples. Mother, 2 3 points with examples. So that's how you make the life of evaluator easy. Once you make the life of evaluator easy, and once you address how key societal members, they can reduce corruption, they can make nation of beautiful minds, right? How Gandhiji's mother has created the person Gandhi, how Abdul Kalam's father has created a person Abdul Kalam, through examples, through arguments, through what values you can use, then you can write good answers, right? So that is the question. So now after the class, what I want is, see, say you watch one class today or two classes today. So after the class, just 20 minutes के लिए revise the class notes. Then after revising the class notes, the answers, questions and answers जो discuss किया, write answers on those questions. Then compare your answers with the model answers. Okay, that's it. If you do these two things, then by watching all the classes of ethics, you will be in a very good position, not just with respect to content, but also with respect to answer writing. Again, I am saying answer writing is very important in ethics paper. आप सिर्फ क्लासेस देखते रहो, अब आंसर्स ना लिखो, तो वो ज्यादा इफेक्टिव नहीं रहेगा. बस बेस्ट वे इज do answer writing also along with the classes, right? So that's it for today's class. In next class we will deal with personal ethics and professional ethics. So in next class we will deal with this topic, right? Ethics in private and public relations. We'll deal with this topic. So that's it for today's class. See you in the next class. Bye.